Hi everyone, so welcome to another Crystal Snippet video. So once again I'm in my beautiful healing yurt. You can see the trellis behind me holding up the walls. This is handmade in Spain, has a glass frontage looking out to the beautiful view I have here. This is the second Crystal Snippet video that I've presented in here, so it's a beautiful space to do this in and connect with you. So you'll notice that compared to last month, which was Garnet, where I was feeling very energized, I'm much calmer this time, and this is partly to do with the beautiful selenite and apophyllite that I have near me, and I've dressed in the colors. I'm even wearing little apophyllite-esque kind of earrings to give you the vibe, and these beautiful white lilies next to me. So yes, the colour grey and white, and you'll see in a minute still about this peachy colour that comes through often with apophyllite, are really calming colours. So do remember, for all you crystal lovers, that colour therapy can also add to your crystal experience. So the colour of crystals can also bring you whatever energy is resonating with that particular crystal. So today I'm going to be talking about the properties of apophyllite, and do remember, as I always say in my course on Udemy, my quantum crystal healing course, and during these videos, this is all about you as an individual, as a unique being, connecting with your own set of crystals or your chosen crystal. Please do use my meditation that's available, my free meditation, to go on a crystal journey with whatever stone you choose, and you can certainly use this with apophyllite. That would be wonderful. So what I'm going to tell you is my own experience of connecting with apophyllite and what I gain from it and how I use it, and some of those things will resonate with what you find in textbooks and online, but some of those things will be unique to me. And so you really need to find your own unique connection and the messages, the guidance and support that apophyllite brings you as an individual. So it will be different for you compared to me, and it will be different on different days for you and during different transitions and stages in your life. So please do remember that. This is how I teach my crystal courses. I teach very much that it's about intuition and trusting that connection, that unique connection with your stones. But for now, I'm surrounded by these beautiful stones, and apophyllite is another of my favourite stones. As I've said in my other videos when I talked about labradorite is the stone I would take with me if I could only take one stone to a desert island. Garnet is the go-to stone for me to give me courage and strength, and I love that depth and that strength that garnet brings me. Apophyllite is the most beautiful stone for connecting with your higher self, for connecting with angelic realms and your spirit. So for me, it's a really beautiful, light, high vibration stone. And right in front of me here, I have a piece that I bought in Glastonbury in the UK, which I'm sure you've all heard of Glastonbury, a famous place where ley lines cross to create this wonderful spiritual centre, one of the centres of the world. And obviously there's a whole range of crystal shops there, so luckily I don't live very far away. When I turned 40, which is many years ago now, I treated myself to this piece of apophyllite, and it's absolutely beautiful. It has served me so well. It served me by clearing space in my house. Not actually in my healing room. I have it placed in my lounge when guests come and we relax in the evenings. And the amazing thing about this stone is other people who aren't into crystals walk in that room and they say, "Oh, what a wonderful energy in this room." And the reason for that is this crystal. Apophyllite is self-cleansing, much like selenite, which is here. And these are wonderful stones that cleanse themselves. So actually you don't need to cleanse them with rainwater or white sage. You can, but because apophyllite ends in "ite," as I say in my courses, do be wary of using any form of water with crystals ending in "ite, because it's likely they will be affected by the water. They can dissolve eventually if you left them in water. So yes, you could use white sage, or what Apophyllite loves is to be bathed in moonlight. So that's something you can do, but you don't have to because it self-cleanses. Now, this is one of the key aspects of Apophyllite. It's a wonderful purifier of energy. So it will purify a room. You may like to place it above your staircase, so whenever people walk up and down, they get a kind of a waterfall effect of the energy from above them when they walk down the stairs. That's a lovely idea. Or above your front door, or near your front door in your hallway when people come and go, or a favourite room. Particularly wonderful for healers to have a piece of Apophyllite in a healing space. It also is wonderful if you're a Reiki healer, because it will help channel the Reiki from the therapist into and through the client, and it will help the client to absorb the angelic, spiritually guided Reiki energy. So Apophyllite really is a connector. It builds bridges between us, having our physical life as spiritual beings, as I believe we are, with the spirit world, with angelic realms, with your higher self, with your soul, all of these things. So that is one of the main things. And yes, when I bought this piece when I was 40, it symbolised a stage in my life where really I had taken the next step, I suppose, as a healer. And so it is a great companion for me. Now, to go on to a bit more of the practical level, how do you tell the difference between quartz, which we're very familiar with, clear quartz, and Apophyllite? So quartz will grow in points. Apophyllite also has points, as you can see here. But if I turn this, I want to direct you to the middle point here in this cluster, because Apophyllite grows in clusters, and also this back much larger point. And you can see there are rectangular doorways, as I like to call them, on the top. Now, this is the thing that will distinguish between quartz and Apophyllite. So look for these rectangular, flatter points, areas on the top of the Apophyllite crystals as they grow. Also, Apophyllite typically grows with stilbite. Now, unusually, this piece has not got stilbite with it, but I loved it because of this beautiful kind of petrol grey stone that it's growing out of, because it really gives this beautiful dove grey, which is why I'm wearing this colour as well. And there's little rainbows in this one. It's just a stunning piece. But if I hold up this piece here, which is also very, very special, I was very lucky to go to a crystal fair and pick up this piece. I've never seen another piece like it. To me, the energy is particularly special. And this has the very pale pink stilbite, dotted around. Now, stilbite is a different crystal, but what it does is it amplifies the Apophyllite. It's a smooth, beautiful, calming energy, but it amplifies the Apophyllite. So when you have them together, you've got a real powerhouse of energy here. So this piece is stunning, and I love the fact that it's actually grown. That's the stem from where the Apophyllite has grown. So it's a vertical piece, so this energy really flows through it. But actually, I lie it down horizontally, because all of the points are coming out at different directions, and that's what I love about this piece so much. It's a very, very special piece of Apophyllite. So while I get excited about my own crystals, I will want to tell you more. So you can also get different types of Apophyllite. One of my absolute favourites is green Apophyllite, but it's really quite rare. Again, you will typically see it in a large piece of Apophyllite, much like this one, with little areas of green dotted in between. Again, I happened to buy this individual piece at a crystal fair, which to me feels very special. It's a beautiful mint clear green, different to the colour of green fluorite. It has a real sparkle to it, and that's what you'll notice with the Apophyllite. It has real sparkles. It feels almost like fairy-like. And this piece, when you hold it up to daylight, which you won't see right now, has a mini rainbow inside, so that is beautiful. So green Apophyllite can help balance the heart chakra, because the heart chakra is typically pale green or pale pink. Stilbite can also help balance the heart chakra, but typically we are looking at using Apophyllite in the third eye area, and the crown, because this is where we can connect with our intuition, our foresight, higher self, our soul purpose, angels and spirit and oneness, okay? So that's where you would typically place a piece of apophyllite, this is like this other piece I have, on the third eye during a meditation or during a chakra balance, and you will gain insight to yourself and connect with those higher realms. So I've talked a little bit about how you can identify apophyllite compared to quartz. I also want to tell you that there are 4 different stages of purification and cleansing with crystals, which I find really interesting. So I have some examples here. I have 2 examples, but the very first level of a crystal that can help to cleanse a room, cleanse a person, cleanse a situation is calcite. So they are amazing stones, all of the calcites, for purification and cleansing. You then move on to the second level, which is selenite, and that's why I've got this piece here. So selenite is, again, a white crystal, beautiful. You can have slightly different colours in selenite, but this piece is white, and you can place it in a room and it will clear the energies in a room as well. Apophyllite is the third level. So this really does amplify and really purify on a deep level energies in a room, energies around a person and a situation. So that's really interesting to know that you've got those 3 different levels. I've already talked about Reiki and how it can be used for Reiki, but coming back to the rooms, I think it's something that you really would like to, I think it would be beneficial for you to think about how you could place apophyllite in a room, maybe in your bedroom, but also be aware it's a very high frequency crystal. So some people may find it too high a vibration. I know when I bought this piece in Glastonbury, I had a friend with me and she held it in her hands and she loved it, but she couldn't hold it for very long. It was just too much for her. So depending on your unique energetic blueprint, you may find it too much to sleep with apophyllite in your bedroom, for example. So just have a little think about that. Now, apophyllite also, as well as being a great, the king almost of cleansers, apophyllite also will bring purification to your mind, to give you clear sight, to give you focus and clarity. So if you're studying for exams, if you're learning a new language, it can be a wonderful thing to have with you. It will also give you clarity during challenges and transitions in your life. Maybe you're moving house, maybe you've got a new job, maybe you've got a task at hand that you really need to understand. So hold some apophyllite with you while you're working, doing homework, doing a project, working something out, working a problem out. If you need to have that clear sight, apophyllite will really bring that to you. So that's another excellent way that you can use apophyllite. You can also sit and meditate with apophyllite when you are thinking about manifesting your goals in your life and what you want to manifest in your life, because apophyllite will really bring clarity to whether those goals are really and truly going to serve you. So the other thing that you can use apophyllite for, linked to manifestation in your goals, is abundance. So many of us, of course, will be thinking about setting a goal probably in the new year, that time of year. It's a very popular time of year in January in most traditions to set new goals. So you could sit and meditate with apophyllite while you're really thinking about bringing in abundance in your life. And that doesn't necessarily mean, remember, doesn't mean money, doesn't always mean wealth. It can mean wealth of happiness and joy and peace and serenity in your life as well. So use apophyllite to bring abundance of all different kinds to you and your loved ones. The other thing is obviously the spiritual aspect. So we've talked about room cleansing and cleansing on all levels. We've talked about clarity of focus, and we've talked about goal setting and abundance, but it's also a crystal that will link you on spiritual levels, and it will help you to astral travel. It will help you in lucid dreaming. It will help you connect during meditation. So to get that lovely light feeling when maybe you're doing a chakra balance or a meditation where you literally feel yourself, your energy sparkling and lifting, almost like you're floating. So you're beginning to transcend your physicalness in this lifetime and link to those spiritual levels and astral travel. So this is a wonderful stone to use if you want to do that and you want to journey, truly journey to those higher realms. So the other thing that will also bring, by journeying to those other realms, you will be able to connect with your higher self. So who am I? Who am I truly? And get a clearer, more pure, clear, focused view of who you truly are. So that's so important when we think about our life going forward and who we want to be. Are we stepping truly into ourselves, our true essence, and how we came into this world, how we can get back into alignment with that and make sure that we are in alignment with our soul contract, our soul purpose in this lifetime. So Apophyllite will be a beautiful companion on that journey of who you really are, who I am, to get to the root of who you are. Finally, a little surprising snippet for some of you maybe. Apophyllite resonates beautifully with horses. So if you're a horse lover, if you own horses, hold some Apophyllite or have it in your pocket when you're with your horses, when you're riding. Horses love Apophyllite. It's a beautiful stone to help to connect you with a horse and grow that real connection and relationship. And actually, if you combine Apophyllite with tiger's eye, that's also a really lovely combination with horses. Also, of course, if you're a believer in the realms of unicorns and Pegasus, that can really help you to connect with those beautiful energies. So yes, you can use Apophyllite and visualize those beautiful beings, those beautiful horse-like beings, and bring those into your mind and your energetic being, and lucid dream with them. So there are many possibilities. And of course, horses, the way that they move, the way that they gallop across the landscape, they have this energy of freedom and knowing themselves truly. So this links again with Apophyllite and knowing who you are. The horse archetype brings in this element of freedom and ability to know who you truly are. So that's a lovely companion visualization that you can hold with the horse archetype there. So I hope that's given you some real insight into Apophyllite. It truly is a magnificent, high vibrational, light, purifying stone. I'd love to hear about how you use Apophyllite in your own home, your life, and do enjoy it. It's really such a wonderful stone to work with. If you want to find out more about how you can look after your crystal collection, how you can actually use crystal layouts to heal yourself, then do consider my course Quantum Crystal Healing on Udemy. And of course, I'm always happy to answer any of your questions. So do leave comments below, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I look forward to sharing another crystal snippet video with you next month. Take care.